Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you all doing?
Yeah, doing good. Good morning, sir.
Morning. Let's wait for another 2-3 minutes. Then we'll start. Okay, let's get started. So before we go to the next topic, if you have any questions from the previous session, you can ask.
Uh, Actually, I was not able to download VirtualBox. I'm getting some error. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Screen is yet not visible. Yeah, now it's loading. I can see your screen.
So when I open this VirtualBox,
Hmm.
I'm getting this setup to be installed first.
Yeah, have you installed this VirtualBox and Vagrant?
Sorry, first I have installed this VirtualBox and next the.
Yes.
So in order to first install this, I'm getting this error actually.
Which error?
Error in the sense, some package to be installed first.
Can you try it?
Yeah.
Just double click on it and try to install it. Are you using Windows operating system? Which
Yes.
version?
11.
11. Okay.
So 100. So shall I download again or?
No need, you already downloaded,
Yeah,
na?
yeah, but
You double click on it, it should
yeah.
launch the installer.
So after that, I'm getting this actually.
No, I'm not getting anything is launched on your screen, right? There's nothing is launching. What you are getting? Isn't it
Uh,
launch?
no, 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 no. Do you want to allow this app to make your changes in your device?
I can't see that message here.
Acha. Okay, it's so when I've clicked on yes,
Uh,
immediately I'm getting this pop-up.
yes, yes. If it's saying yes, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I've clicked on yes itself, and
Uh,
next I'm getting this pop-up that needs to be installed
that
first.
is not visible on your screen. Are you sharing the full desktop?
Yeah. Is it not visible?
No, not visible. Only the downloads folder I can see that.
Okay, okay. This pop-up thing, I think it's not visible, but it's in the middle itself.
No, it's I can't see. Can you stop share and again start sharing? Just
Sure. Now?
yeah, I can see that. Package being installed, first be installed. Then you can search that and install that package, Microsoft C++.
I have
Uh,
installed the same thing, but
but it should not ask. I'm not sure it's being asked to others also. Why it is being asked? Mm, anyone else has got this error? If it is asking you go and install that package, follow those same steps, it should fix that error.
okay.
Search for that package,
Okay.
install C++ redistributable package.
Mhm.
And also when you get these kind of errors, just Google it, that type this message in Google and try to troubleshoot it,
Okay.
how to fix it. Also try to, so you have to try multiple things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
As per the
I've tried,
instructions.
but the same thing, that's the reason. Okay.
Did you
I'll
install this C++ redistributable
yeah, I have installed the same thing, but
after, and then you restarted your machine?
yeah, I'll share my screen. I don't know it's talking.
You can share it again.
No.
Yeah, okay, this one.
Yeah, this
Did
one.
you install it?
Yes. Okay. And now I got this thing.
They were saying 2019, right?
Yeah, to 2015 to 2022. It's been.
Okay. So what is then why you are getting it this again? It shouldn't be giving you the error if you
Yeah.
already installed it.
Yeah, I'll be trying it. If not, um,
Yeah, also
I'll look
Google
to.
it that how to resolve this error.
Yeah, yeah.
If as per the instructions, if you install this, it should fix this error, right?
Hmm.
But I just want to check from others. Anyone else got this error?
No, I did not got any such message. No error like
Okay,
this.
okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then I'll try from my end once.
Yeah, I'll try one more time
Yeah, sure.
and just check that why you are getting error and what's the solution of it. Microsoft Basic. So let me share my screen. Anyone else has any questions before we go ahead? I hope you can see my screen.
Sir,
So this is the error you are getting. I have a laptop running Windows 10 operating system. I have the Firefox installed. Would like to ask the community very specific question because I'm currently, of course. Now when you click on download, get the message. This does anyone else has this problem? That's for please try to download install both version multi-installer. Restart with don't install the ARM64. So it is saying don't install ARM64 version. Either you should install X or rather I think you should go with X64. Did
I
you
think the same thing I've used.
which
It's
one? X64?
yeah,
Okay.
I was.
I downloaded the version X66. I then downloaded the version. I went to the virtual website. After uninstall, did you run them? So you need to check these kind of questions and you will get some answers here. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is still there what I didn't click link. Please try uninstalling start search for it's saying that I downloaded the version. When I installed it, the VirtualBox ran as it should have, but did not install it. So here say it works for them. I had the same problem. You have to download it from the Visual Studio software pack at this. It will make you sign in up. Then just go to the downloads and search. So it's asking you to download 2019 only and download the right. In your error also it was showing you 2019, right? And you trying to install 2022. Okay. Let me share this link with you. Please try this.
Yeah, sure.
That is how you should troubleshoot your errors, right?
Yeah.
And that is most important for a DevOps engineer to figure it out how to resolve the issues. If you understand, learn that skill, you can do anything, right? So that's most important. So just go through this. So they are saying that you can uninstall 2022 version which you installed for VC++. You can try to install 2019, right? And then you install your VirtualBox. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions by anyone?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. My name is Shivam. So today
Yes.
my first class, sir.
Okay.
Today I joined. Yesterday I taken admission. Okay.
Okay.
So today my first class. So can you please tell me what's going on right now and what?
Okay. Okay. First of all, welcome to the session. And you can get the recordings of the previous sessions
Yeah,
from the admin
I
team.
have. Yes, I have 4 classes they given
Hmm.
previous recording.
So far we have discussed about the first class was just the basic introduction to DevOps, right? That's the theoretical class. Then I have taken the classes on the Linux operating system with some commands and how to. Then I briefed about how to install VirtualBox and Vagrant because in order to run Linux command, you need some Linux operating system, right? For that, I have given two options. Either you install VirtualBox on your machine or you can create account in any of the cloud, right? AWS or Azure, or you can launch the Linux machine. So are you from the IT background or non-IT background?
No, sir. I did my engineering from electronics and communication, and right now I'm working in sales, sir. Okay,
Okay. Then you will
so
be
they
familiar with the basics, Linux commands and all this, right?
uh no sir, no, actually
No?
I no sir, no.
Okay. So are you familiar with any of the Linux computer programming language or any scripting language?
So in my college days, I was with Java
Okay.
and
Have you
C,
worked
C++.
on Linux commands?
No, sir, I never done Linux, sir.
Okay. So do you have cloud access?
Uh, no idea, sir.
So
I have to. Okay, yeah.
please install VirtualBox or Vagrant. I have given the instructions in the previous sessions. Go through the recordings, okay?
Okay.
Or else you can create the cloud account, whichever is.
Cloud account, sir, for what? AWS for.
We will be covering Azure first. Better you go with Azure first, right?
Okay.
If you have, you can use your credit or debit card and create your account, right? And
Okay.
otherwise, you can. Meantime, you can install VirtualBox also if you are uh, don't want to use cloud as of now, because cloud we will be using it after we done with the DevOps topics, right? So whichever option is you find it suitable, you can use that, and you can try the
Okay.
Linux commands. Okay,
Okay,
that
sir.
is something we have done so far. Then if you face an issue, you can ask.
Okay. So now what we are going, sir? What we are going to do, sir?
So today I will be discussing about the Python basics of
Mm-hmm.
Python. Okay.
Okay. Today you will start Python, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, fine, fine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank
Any
you,
other
sir.
questions by anyone? I hope all of you would have the Linux environment ready, either VirtualBox or cloud. Anyone else who has not set up the Linux environment, please raise your hands or you can speak up.
Sir, one question, sir. In Linux, sir, it's Ubuntu you will teach, sir.
Yes, Ubuntu.
Okay, fine, sir.
Okay. Anyone who has upgraded their machines, memory, RAM? Anyone who has upgraded?
Yes, sir, I have read it, sir.
Okay. So is it you are able to install VirtualBox?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Anyone else who has upgraded? Okay. How many of you could able to set up VirtualBox? Manoj, you could. Anyone else who could
Yes,
able
sir.
to?
Yeah, I am done. I am done with
I have done,
VirtualBox.
sir.
It's working fine.
Already done. Yes, sir, I also do.
Yeah, I am
Okay,
also done, sir.
good. So most of you has done it. Okay, good. And those who have yet not done it, please get it completed. Uh, and once I told you the instructions, you can follow. Anyone else who is facing the challenge with any of the environment, either cloud or VirtualBox, and yet not ready with the Linux environment.
So Pavitra, you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I have installed a virtual box, but the Vagrant file I have to. I was like out of station, so I couldn't do it, sir. Definitely, I'm gonna do it today.
Okay. Okay, so I think all good. Please keep all your pending tasks completed so that we are ready with the environment. So still have 2 3 days, because we are not going to install Jenkins. We will be first covering some basics of Python. I'm giving you this time so that you can also get ready with your environment. Once we start with all those tools, then you won't be left with any time to set up your environment, right? So until we start Jenkins, you can get ready with your environment, those who has not done it. So today we'll be discussing about the basics of Python. Why we are doing this Linux and Python before that? Because we will be using this in our Jenkins or DevOps course, right? So you should be familiar with the basics of these. That's why we are covering the basics of these scripting and programming languages. So today we'll be discussing about the basics of Python, right? Anyone of you who has worked on Python or knows the basics? of Python? Okay, none of you. Okay, no problem. So
I have one question, sir.
yeah,
So how many classes till now you completed, sir?
I
And
think 4 classes we completed.
4 classes.
Hmm.
Okay, sir. Okay, when you started on what date, sir? Can you tell me? Today.
Last Monday we started.
Okay, last Monday we started.
Hmm.
Okay, sir. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so just a question to all of you. What is Python? You can give your answers based upon your understanding. What is Python?
It's a programming language wherein you have to write the program to execute the
Yeah.
result.
Yes. So rather than programming, we more of it's an scripting language, right? It's a kind of a script. There is some difference in programming and scripting languages. Programming where you have the compilers, you compile the code, and but scripting languages are comparatively fast, right? Scripting languages having the interpreters, they are uh, comparatively lightweight or they are faster. They don't have any very rigid syntax, or they are more of a like English type language, right? More easy to learn compared to programming languages, comparatively less complex. So scripting languages are faster, right? So Python is more of a scripting language. Okay. So as I told you that it's a high level interpreted or scripted language, right? It's easy to learn. It's open source. It's a scripting language. It's multi-purpose. Multi-purpose means you can create any kind of software, being it a web-based application, or you can create a data analytics based application. There are certain packages like Panda and some other tools which NumPy. These are used for your uh, data processing or data analytics, right? So it's a very uh, you can say comprehensive language and very extensively used in data analytics. It's very easy, portable, and it was developed in 1991. So you can say like last three and a half decades it's developed, but till today it is as popular as it was earlier, right? So one of the most powerful scripting languages in the history. There were others in the past. Perl was there before Python. It also was very good language, but then Python is better than mm, Perl. That's why the people are using Python for most of their scripting languages, scripting or building their applications, right? So we will be discussing about some basic commands on Python. We'll be understanding, right, how to install Python. We'll also learn that. So as I told you that it is an open source language. Open source means it's free of cost. You need not to purchase any license. You can go to any the site, Google it, that download Python. You can easily get it installed on your machine. It can also work as an object-oriented language, like C++ is an object-oriented language, but that's a full-fledged programming language. This has the feature of object oriented, right? So object oriented is something where you can deal with the classes and objects, the properties of object oriented language like derivatives, inheritance, polymorphism. So these kind of concepts, you need not to go inside the detail of that, but on a very high level, it can act or can we can use it as an object oriented language, right? High level means it's an English type where you can type the commands, and when you run it, it can be converted into the binary code, or you can say the language which is understood by the computer is known as the binary language. The language in which the user type the program is known as the high level language. Okay, so or the binary language is also known as the machine language, that is in the form of binary code 0101, which is not understood by a human being. right? So that's why we first write the code in the high level languages, and then we convert into the machine language, right? So as I told you, what are the applications of Python? We can write the code for developing web applications, right? We can also write the code of deep learning, machine learning, right? So this is a very good language for deep learning, machine learning, data analytics, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. So it's a very vast and extensive language, can be used for multiple things. That's why it's a multi-purpose language. Okay. Now, how to write the script or code in Python? There are multiple IDEs. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environments. You can even type in a notepad also. You can type in any kind of editors, like you can type the commands in the command line editor, or there are certain editors available in the market, right? PyDev is there, or Jupyter is there, PyCharm is there, Anaconda is there, Spider is there. So lot many uh, frameworks or environments are there where you can write your Python code, right? So how to install Python and what is the minimum configuration do you need? So you should be having at least around 2 GB of RAM, and disk space not very much, 1 GB of free disk space. It can be installed on Windows or Mac or Linux, any operating system. So I'll show you on both how to install it on Windows and how to install it on Linux. Okay.
One small question, sir. Why we have to use this PyCharm, Jupyter, when we are using Python? Python should have everything built in that software, right?
This is an
So,
editor. This is an editor. What is Notepad? Notepad is an editor, right? So where you write
okay.
those code. So these PyCharm and these are the editors, just like Notepad. Since you already have Notepad, we also have Notepad++. Why we have Notepad++? So these are the editors where you can write your code, right? So these are all the editors. Okay.
Okay.
They themselves are nothing, but they give you the environment where you can write the code. You need uh, some tool now where you can write your code, where you will write your code. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, So one of the most extensively used IDE is the Anaconda. This is a quite heavy or let's say bulky tool, Anaconda, right? So I just installed on my machine Anaconda Navigator, right? So you can also install it. I'll show you, but it takes some memory. It's a big tool, right? But it can help you to write any kind of Python code, right? So I'm just launching it, and I'll show you how to install it. Okay, so then how to write the program in Python, right? And what are the different commands in Python, and which version of Python are we using? So we'll discuss about it, right? So let's first go back to browser and type download Python. So when you say this, it is giving you the options for Windows, or so it goes to python.org website. Now in this website, you will get various options to install the Python. Now, couple of years back, the latest version was 2.x. 2.7 was the previous most popular version, which was there for many years. Now it has upgraded to 3.x. 3.8, 3.9, 3.10. These are the latest versions which are there in the market, right? Till last 2-3 years back, we were working in 2.7. Many companies are still using 2.x version, right? So that's the older version. 3.x is the latest version. So when you go to this site, here you can see the download button. Download Python 3.13.0, right? And if you click on this button, it will start downloading the installer for you, right? So you see that this is installed. When you go to this folder, you can double click on it and it will install the Python on your machine. Very simple. You just go to this site, download the installer and double click on it and go to next and complete the installation, right? That's the only thing you need to do. So here I just clicked on it, install anyway, it says that, and now it says that install now. So it's asking for me the location. Okay, I'm installing it, even though I already having the older version. Also, I do not have much space left on my machine. It's almost full. I need to clean it off. Okay, so now it started installing 3.13 on my machine. So it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing much technical on this.
Hi sir, so I have a question do we need to do any kind of path setting or something like that in Python also, like as same as Java?
Yeah, so here in Windows, when you say installing it, it automatically set up the path. I'll show you. You need not to do that. Okay, let it complete the installation. So Java is a binary zip folder. You just extract and unzip it. That is not installation. You're just downloading that folder, right? Wherever you extract it, you have to explicitly give the path for Java. But
Yeah.
if you are installing something, for it automatically configure the path. Until unless you are installing it, you just extracting the folder, you have to give the path in the path variable explicitly. But if
Yeah.
it is being installed by Windows installer, then you need not to give the path. Okay.
Okay.
That is the difference between installation and extracting the download file.
Okay.
Now you say that its setup is ready, close it. Now if I just open any command window, cmd,
So while installing, we need not to write anything on environment variable, right?
no.
Okay.
So I open the command window and I type, so many instances opened, Python version. Okay, rather I say Py version. See that? This is the version I just installed it. I have not given any path, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's automatically done. So very simple. You need not to do anything, right? To run that command, py hyphen hyphen version. Now I can show you that path variable also. So if you just type here path, it will open you edit your system environment variables. And now you see that under the environment variables, you can get to know that under path, it might have taken this path automatically. So let's check that if there is a path of Python 3.13 was given. If not here, it might be under the system variables.
Yes, sir.
Just check that. Just check it. There will be somewhere Python. Let me check it again. C program files. Not here. Let me check the other one more time. Here I can first check is there any path? No. So I will check one more time. Slowly I'll check where is C program files. It will be there. We are missing it. C program files. Here. You see that? If I say edit. So it has automatically taken the path where the Python is installed. Okay.
Yes.
So you need not to do anything. It will automatically set up the environment variable. So now we have installed the Python. We are good to execute any commands. Now you can either write the commands here, but it is very difficult to write the command on the command prompt, right? Better you install some editor. I have given you a list of few editors like PyCharm or Anaconda. You can install anyone. Install Anaconda. When you say this, you can install this. Right. So it's asking for your email ID to download it. And just provide it. So please check your email for download link. It will send you a link to download it, right? So that way you can also do, or you can also install here also. There are multiple options here. Install now. Download the Anaconda installer. It redirects you to the same location. So it might have sent you an email. Go there and install it, right? So once you install it, you can launch it. It's a heavy package. It takes some time, right, to install it, since just to save time. I already had it on my machine, right? So I can show you Anaconda Navigator. Open. I can close this. I have to clean up my C drive. It's almost full. It makes the system little slow. So once you, meantime it's getting launched. Once you launch it, you will get the prompt to enter your Python code, right? Python commands. So you can easily write the Python commands on your editor. Let me check if it's getting launched. If I go to control task manager, is it stuck there or it is not getting launched? If I say is Anaconda there? It's not launched. Anaconda, why it's not launching? Maybe the some space issue. My disk is already full. And it's a heavy package. If it don't launch, no problem. I will clean it up and then I can launch it. I can try one more time. Let me go to the file location here. Here is the navigator. Open. Okay, no problem. Maybe a space issue. I'll clean it up. Okay, so you will install Anaconda. That's it. Okay. Now, before I go to sharing you the commands, I will tell you how to install on Linux, right? Because why it is important, you know that we already have Vagrant and VirtualBox installed, right? And we need to have Python installed on our Linux also, because that's where we will install all our tools, Jenkins and all other tools. So you should be having that installed on Python. So how to install on Python? So you have to go to your VM first and launch your VM. Where is your VM? You know the path, right? How to start your VM, you know that. So our VM name is this, which you configured in the last session. Go to command prompt and you just say vagrant up. It will start your VM. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. Once you log in it, we will install the Python over there. Meantime, it is getting launched. I can show you the instructions how to launch Python, how to install Python on Linux. So when you say install Python on Linux or on Ubuntu. So you go there. Here are the instructions. You remember this command? apt get install, apt get update. We discussed in the last session,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes.
Why we need apt? Apt is used to install the packages, right? So if I can tell you again, like what are the Linux or shell commands we used. So if I go back and I just show you that we use some basic commands in Linux, like so Linux basic commands we discussed about. I think it is in the another one, Linux commands. So we discussed about apt get install. It's in the fourth session here. I have given you the list of commands. We discussed about apt get update, apt get install, and we have taken one example of Apache, right? Apache web server. Now this is required to update your repository. This is required to install any package. So today we'll use this command to install Python. So we'll say apt get install Python, right? And that's what you see, that apt get install. So whatever the version you want to install, you will mention that version and it will install that version for you. Okay, very simple. This is the basic package manager for Ubuntu apt, and using that we'll install the required Python version. Okay, now your VM is getting booted up. Just wait for a few minutes until it gets up. So you can also check the status here. It is getting booted up. Now you see that this is running. Let it complete. It will take some time. It is almost done. Will take few more seconds. Okay. So your VM is up. Now you say Vagrant SSH. It will log into your VM. Then you switch to root user. What is the command? Sudo space hyphen space sudo su hyphen. Now you in the root directory. Right. So we tried some basic commands there. Apt hyphen get hyphen update. You can update your repository first. And then you will be installing apt get install python 3. Okay, now apt get install python 3. Yes, now it is installing python 3. Very simple. Just apt get install and the package name.
How to convert this CUI based into GUI OS? Ubuntu?
No, don't do that because it will be very heavy. Then there is no difference between Windows and Ubuntu. Na? If you are also making it UI, it will be very bulky, right? Don't do that. We are not doing it. We will be just using it for command prompt. But we can access our UI tools from Windows. Like when we install Jenkins here, we need some browser to install Jenkins. So we will not be launching it from within Ubuntu, but we will give the IP and we can launch that Ubuntu in our Windows browser. Okay. So we will not
Mhm.
use the UI at Linux, but we can access those applications in our Windows, the UI. So that way will work. Okay.
Okay, but all the DevOps will be running on CUI
Linux.
based only. Linux and CUI,
Yeah. Command
character
prompt.
user interface,
Yes.
right? Command
Yes.
prompt.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But we
All the
can
DevOps
launch
code.
all those tools. Yeah. And we
Mhm.
can launch those tools in our Windows UI.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
And that's how the DevOps works. All the DevOps tools are installed on Linux server without UI. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now you
Okay.
say Python 3 hyphen version. You see that 3.10.12 is installed. So there's a small difference in command. In Windows, you type py and here you write Python 3. Where it is installed, where is Python 3? It will give you the path. You can get it here. User bin Python 3, right? Which will tell you the version. It will also tell you where it is installed, right? So it give you the location where it is installed, where is which. These are the Linux commands, right? So this is installed under user bin Python 3. And when you give this command hyphen version, it will give you the version. Okay. Now, if you want to go inside the Python editor here, just type Python 3, and you see that command prompt. Now you can run any Python command, it will run. Let's say print statement. If you print something, let's say I print welcome to the world of Python and close it and enter, and it display the same thing. Earlier in version 2.7, print statement, there was a space. So there is some difference in 2.7 and 3.x. So in 3, we treat Python as a function. There we are using a space between that. So, but we are no longer using 2.7. We are using 3. So you have to write Python within round brackets and within quotes you give your message. Right? So if you say, if you want to input some value from user, you can give like name, input, enter your name, enter your name. Okay. So what you will do, it will ask you to enter your name. Now enter your name. Let's say my name is DevOps, right? Now the value is assigned to variable name. So you can say print. I can say nice to meet you. Okay. Then I can say nice to meet you. Your name. So what is the name? Name. And if you want to put some sign of exclamation again, nice to meet you, DevOps. Okay. So this is a very English type language, easy language, right? So like when I say welcome, uh, if you want to get some input from the user, there's an input function. I think we discussed this. There's our input functions in script, that's shell script also. There's an input function that is used to get the value from the user. When you enter that value, so here you say print nice to meet you. To add two variables, string or a variable, there is a plus symbol we used in Python, right? So here we use the plus symbol. Very similar thing you can do it on your Windows, right? Let's say uh, I go to this. I'm just creating one folder here. I can do the same thing on my Windows. So I created a one folder. So today is session 5, right? Session 5. I can give introduction to Python. In this variable, I create one shell script, right? So I can create a file and I can give it a name, new text file, uh, first, this is my first Python program, first.p python.py, right? Py is the extension. Now this is my Python script, right? If I just, this is an empty file, I just open it, I double clicked on it, where where it opened, in which editor, you can see that this is a Visual Studio code. You can also type your Python code in Visual Studio. That is also one editor, right? I have installed this. This is comparatively less bulky than Anaconda, right? So there are multiple editors. Python, we will also use Visual Studio editor in future, right? Since we have so many tools installed, that's why sometimes it becomes your system a little slow, because I told you, that's why I told you should have at least uh, 8 GB of RAM, or 16 GB is good, right? Because when we install so many tools, on top of that, we are on this live session, right? So there's a lot of load on your machine. So I can type the same thing, right? The same program. So let's say name. Now the moment I type name equal to input, it will automatically give you the function name, right? You press enter. So that is the difference between editor and command line. When you are typing something in the command line, you will not be given any options that this is a function and it will auto populate it. But in editor, it will give you, now it will give you the syntax also. right? So in double quotes, you can type something. Enter your name, right? And if there will be an error, it will show you. So you see that there is an error. It says that it is enter is not defined because I have not put it into the quotes. So it has to be in the quotes, and it also changed the color code based upon that, right? Now print.
So
Nice.
what sorry, what I understand is Visual Studio Code is better than Anaconda,
Yeah,
right?
yes, yes. Visual Studio is for multi-purpose. When we create the .NET applications in future, right? We will also
Uh,
use it. There, Anaconda is very heavy and bulky, only for mainly for Python and mainly for the Python specific scripts, or when you are working on data analytics and all this. Very heavy tool. But this is a common purpose Visual Studio Code, where you can also write your Visual Studio .NET applications, which we'll use in the future. We'll do that. So better you can go with Visual Studio Code. Okay.
okay.
Now here the same thing which we did in Linux, you can do it here, and that's it. You just save it, and you can close this editor, this file, and you can run this script. Now the same thing which we executed on Linux command line by line, we created a script and we put those commands in that script, right? These two commands I put in that script and I can run it, right? There are two ways, and now you can better we run it from outside. Here you can go to your Windows command prompt, right? So I go to the location where is my Python script is available. I just go to this command prompt cmd and I will run this script. Py space, enter your name. Nice to meet you. Okay. This is how you write your Python scripts. Is it clear? There are two ways. Either you can type the commands, you can also enter into the command prompt and type the commands here. This is one by one, you can write the command, right? But if you want to write the scripts, you can create a script like this. Is it clear? Any questions?
Yeah. Well, once we have hands-on, I think we would be
Yeah.
very much familiar with
Yes.
that.
Yeah. And how to install .NET code? So you can say Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio Code download. So here you go there and you install it for Windows. So you click on this button, it will download the installer, and you double click and next with the default settings, this Visual Studio Code will be installed on your machine. So here you can see that Visual Studio.
Sir, one thing like I have already set up my Visual Studio Code, so like I'm like there is no need to install Anaconda over it again, right?
No
So
need.
I'm good
If
with
you
that.
if no need, and I prefer, I suggest you go with this Visual Studio Code instead of Anaconda. I told you it's a very bulky tool, but since it is available, I told you the options, right? Better to
Yes.
go with this. You see that I tried to launch it, it even didn't launch because you see that my C drive is almost full, and it is a very heavy editor. It takes a lot of resources, right? So you can avoid that, but rather you can go with Visual Studio Code. Okay.
Yes, that's yes, sir. Exactly. Like previously, I installed Anaconda once and it crashes
Yeah,
more.
yeah, it's very heavy tool. And
So
I
that's
told
why,
you that you can run your program here also. Run without debugging. You see that within editor also you can run your code, right? So here also you can run your code. What you need to do, run without debugging. So it will launch this within editor also, right? So
yes,
it can, it's quite easy to do that. That's why we use the editors, right? Rather than command prompts. Any questions so far?
no, sir, I'm good.
Okay. So we can take a quick 10 minutes break here and then I'll show you some more commands and programs. Okay. Let's take a quick 10 minutes break here. Okay, let's get started. I hope you all are back.
सर हेलो सर
Yeah.
सर मैं क्वेश्चन था
Hmm.
कि सर क्या क्या कवर कीजिएगा आप मुझे एक बार थोड़ा अगर हो सके तो आप बता दीजिए जैसे लास्ट में बता दीजिएगा आप
Okay.
ओके
Okay, let's get started. So let's do some more basic commands in Python, right? So far we have covered that. Yeah, we have covered. Let's go back to this. How to install Python, right? We have just created one program. Let's say we want to deal with some operators, right? Like arithmetic operators. So let's create one program. I'm just going through the basic stuff as of now. Operators, right? What are the different operators? How to use it? So I'm just going to create one small program for operators. When I just click on it, it opened this operators. So you see that these you can even open multiple files parallelly, right? Okay. Let's say there is a number. First of all, how to write comments in Python with hash symbol, right? Example of arithmetic operators. Okay. So this command is just a comment. It will not execute. It will not compile. Okay. Let's say there's a number x equal to 10. There's another number y equal to 5. Right. I just want to, let's say, add this number and want to store the value in a variable sum equal to x plus y, right? Then difference equal to x minus y, right? Then you have product equal to x into y and division, right? So division equal to x divided by y. Now if I print these values, print sum equal to, right? Then value sum. Similarly, print difference equal to, here I should close the quotes here. This is wrong. Yeah. Difference equal to diff. Then print.
Is there any color code wherein we can identify our mistake so that we can, if
It will
the
give
color
you
changes,
that,
then
it will give you that underscore, right? For example, if I say I forgot to close this code, you see that underline is there.
yeah,
So
right, that
there
color.
is a problem. Yeah. So you see that there is a problem. And it's saying string literal is unterminated, right? So you forgot to terminate the quotes. Now it is correct. Okay.
Okay. So do we have to learn full-fledged Python going forward or how?
No, no, no. At least you should know the basics. Now, when we start this, you should know how to use basics. What are different operators? So until unless you are not familiar, at that point of time when we start Jenkins and all this, then I will not be going back and telling you this is the meaning of this. Maybe on a very high level, but that's why we are covering beforehand. So that when
Oh,
you learn it, when you use Python, you should be knowing at least the basics. And it's good to understand and learn the Python basics at least.
okay.
Okay. So we'll spend 1 to 2 sessions on this Python. Then we'll start the Jenkins. Okay. Then we also do that division, right? Then you say division. So this is a simple arithmetic operators. Then that's it. So if I just save this and try to run it, give me a minute. Okay, so if I just save and run it, how can I run this? So there is a run and I can execute this. There is a syntax error. Okay, why there is a syntax error? Can someone tell me? And also you notice that there is an underscore. So in the previous session, I told you that we have to concatenate constant string and a variable with plus symbol. Okay. Now you see that there is no error, right? So whenever you see something in underscore, now again there is an error. See that can only concatenate string, not integer, right? It says that it can only concatenate string, not integer. What is the meaning of it? You tell and tell me the reason and the error. Logically, there is no error, but what it says that can only concatenate str, not int. What is the meaning of this?
It can accept only numbers, not the variables,
Not
characters.
numbers. It says that this plus symbol is used only to concatenate
Oh,
strings. This
strings,
should be
right.
a string, this should be a string. But in our case, this is not a string. Some is a number.
Number, right, right,
Then we cannot use concatenation. Okay.
right.
So then we should use some other separator. That's why it is required to learn the basics, right? So when you type something, you should be knowing the basics, when to use what. Okay. I am deliberately entering these operators so that you will come to know the difference between these two. Now you see that you got the correct output. Okay. So plus will work when both sides there is a string. You remember in the previous one, why it has not given error? Because name is a string. Your name is a set of characters.
String.
That's why plus worked. But here, sum is not a string. It's a number.
It is a variable, sir.
Yeah, variable, but variable of a number. If it is a variable of uh, if it is a variable of string, then it will work. Let's say it's a variable of string. Now this is also a variable, right? Name is also a variable.
Yes.
But here plus will work because it is a string. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If I say it's a word, okay, I can say hello. Now can I can say that plus name. Okay. Will it work?
Yes, 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 sir.
This will work, right? So you should understand the difference between concatenating variables and strings. Okay. Hello world. If I want to put extra space here, and now it will do the extra space, add the extra space here. Okay. So this concatenation plus will work if both sides there are strings, right? If I can also say
Yeah.
that uh, I can also keep it like this. Variable 1. Okay, I can say variable 1 equal to hello, and variable 2 equal to word. If I do this, variable 1 plus variable 2, will this work?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, because both are strings, right? So that's why the basics are important to learn. Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Let's
Right.
in Java, these things are not there, sir, no? It's different would be.
every language having its own syntax, every language
Yes,
having its
yes,
okay.
yes, sir.
So every language is having or every script is having its own syntax. Okay, let's take the example of an if loop, if statement. Okay, so if I want to compare something, I need to make use of the if statement. Let's say if condition dot py. Let's open it. And the good thing is that within the same editor, you can open multiple projects, multiple programs. Okay. So let's take the same example. X equal to 10, Y equal to 5. Now, if I say if X is greater than Y, colon, enter, print, you can say X is greater than Y. Okay. And you have to start the quote here. X is greater than Y. Else if, ELIF, else if X is less than Y, print X is less than Y. Then last, else, print X equal to, X is equal to Y. X is equal to Y. Then that's it. Now if I run this, run without debugging. Now you see that X is greater than Y. But here you are not getting as an output what is greater than Y. There's no value, right? So if I want to make it a variable, I can keep that X outside this, and I can say, if I do like this, X, comma, is greater than, and close the quotes here, and comma, this is much better, right? So if I do like this, I can even get the values of X and Y. Otherwise, if I keep X and Y within quotes, it will just display the X and Y as a constant, right? So here X is less than, I close the quotes here and remove the quotes from here. And similarly, I, comma, is equal to, are you getting, finding the difference between this and the one which I used earlier. Now, if I run this, what will be the output? Now, instead of having this x and y as a constant number, it will actually type the numbers. 10 is greater than 5, which is more obvious, right? And if I make y 15 and run it, then it should be 10 is less than 15, right? And if I make both of them as equal, then it will run the third statement. 10 is equal to 10. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So if there will be 10 conditions, all the in between conditions will be having else if, else if, else if, and the last one will be having else. Okay. So you look at the syntax. If x is greater than y, then colon. In the next line, print x is greater than y. Else if x is less than y, less than is a comparison operator, right? Then you will see that x is less than y. And last one is x is equal to y. If both of them are not true, neither greater than nor less than, then it must be equal to, right? So this was a simple condition statement. Now, there are certain loops. Let's do that. What are the various loops? Let's say for loop.
Small question here, sir. Can you just go back to
Yes.
the previous slide?
Okay.
So do we have to maintain the line sequence like if and else if or else, or we can write anywhere in the line, or it has to maintain the sequences like
No
if,
sequence.
else if?
If you can say, if it is equal to you, there's no sequence. If you can start this, you can keep it in the first. If x is less than y, then this statement will come first. X is less
Uh-huh.
than y. So there is no sequence. It's as per the condition. Na? If this
No,
is
no,
greater than what you want to display.
right, right. But see, you have written if on the first line, right? So
Yeah,
else
that is in
should be in the
sequence.
same
That you
line
cannot
with
change. That sequence cannot be changed. I told you if there will be 10 conditions, all in between conditions will be else if, else if, else if, and in the
okay,
last condition will be else.
okay,
Okay.
okay. Right. So if I start from if, then the else should be below the if e
Yeah.
should be below the
Yes.
if,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
another e should be below that else. E that should
No.
start.
No.
I think you are
Spacing
getting my
can be
point.
anything. Spacing. You are
That's
saying
what
like
my
this.
question is. Ha.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
doesn't
So
matter, right?
that see, if when you do like this, if you say this and you save it and when you run it. So when I did that, so you say indentation error, right? So indentation is important and it's already showing you in color code, right? So
Mm-hmm.
indentation should be maintained. So
Okay,
now it is fixed. It will
right.
automatically show you if there is any error,
Perfect.
but this
Fine.
will not
Fine.
show you in the plain editor, right? Like if you do it in the notepad or something, it will not show you that this kind of errors. It only show you in the IDEs.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Got it. Right.
Okay. Let's go to the next program, that is for loop. So in for loop, if you want to do something in a loop, for loop is used when you knows the number of iterations, how many times you want to repeat it. Let's say for I in range of 1 to 10. Okay. So there is a function range, right? In range, you can specify what is the range. For I in range of 1 to 1 comma 10. So it will also give you this description. When you are using range, there is a start and there is a stop condition, right? So 1 comma 10 colon. Now in this range, you will display the value of I. Print I. That's it. So just 2 lines and run it. Run, and you see that 1 to 9, right? So range means it will not count that last one, that will not be included. If you want to display 1 to 10, then it should be, you can put it 11, right? That way it will give you the numbers 1 to 10. Now you see that 1 to 10. So range means from which number, what is the range in which you want to display the numbers, right?
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, I have one question. Like here, what is I mean, sir? I mean, sir.
any variable name. It can be any XYZ. You need not
Okay.
to be I. You
And
can say X also.
okay. And so
So
what is range? Range it's like 1 comma 11. It means, sir.
means you want to display the number between 1 to 10. Na? 1 to 11 means it will display 1 to 10.
Okay, okay.
Right? Let's say I want to display 1 to 5. Then I will say range 1 comma 6.
Okay. So sir,
Right?
here we can put only numbers only, sir, or anything like A, B, C, D, like that also.
No. Here that I'll cover in the another thing, lists, right? This
Okay,
is the
okay.
numbers.
Okay,
That's a
sir.
list. So here, okay, so this is when you want to display the numbers in a, when you know the number of iterations, what is the starting position number and what is the last number, right? So let's do this another loop, that is while loop, right? Let's say while loop. So when I open this, if I want to do the same thing, let's say I assign the value x equal to 1, right? While x is less than 11, print x then 11, print I, print x. Okay. And now you also need to increase the value of x by 1. X equal to x plus 1. In for loop, you need not to explicitly increase or decrease it. It will automatically do that. If I run this, will I get the same output? I will get the same output. But look at the difference. Here I have, it is much better or easier if you know the range from where to where you need to go. Here also, when we know that I need to display 1 to 10, rather I should have used for loop for this case. It is better to use for loop rather than while, because in for loop, you need not to explicitly make the increment, or you can need not to assign the initialize the value explicitly. This is your initial value, this is your end value. But in while, you have to explicitly tell the initial value, you have to increase the number yourself. So this is a much bigger, you have to write 4 lines of code. Whereas here you need to write just 2 lines of code. Is that clear?
Yeah, but then why we are using while then if it is
Yeah, so while
making
is
number?
mainly used when you don't know the number of iterations. Let's say while x is, for example, there are multiple options. Let's say while true, right? So when you say while true, you see that uh, x equal to 1, right? So when you have some condition, right, that when you want that, you want to break something, you don't know the number of iterations based upon the true or false condition, right? If you want to do that loop while true, then keep on doing this, right? And if I say if x if x is less than 11, right, then I will do x equal to x plus 1, else break, else break. That's it. Okay. If I run this, you see that I got the same thing, right? Means when you have some condition, true, false, and if you want to break in between. So mainly you do use while where you want to break based upon some condition, true, false. But in for, you know the starting position and end position. And mainly in while, you can use the while in this case also, but mainly while is used when you want to break based upon some condition, true, false, or something. Okay. So that's why you use while, but you can use while both ways also. These are the options given by this language. Which one you want to use, you can use that. Okay,
Sir,
let's go to the, yeah.
sir, instead of x equal to x plus 1 writing that much, can't we write that x plus plus?
Yeah, not x plus plus. Here you can write x plus equal to.
Okay.
X plus equal to. Okay, so that is equivalent. This will also work. Right. So rather you can oh, sorry. Print x. Okay, if I run it, x plus equal to, that is equivalent of, okay, now this condition is right. If number is less than 11, then it will print and increase the number, else break. Okay, means based upon this condition, I want to break it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's say there is a list. What is list? List.py.
So list means I think where we can use everything like number, variables, strings, everything is there.
Yeah.
It's a way
Let's
of
say
organizing.
it's a kind of an array, right? Let's say there is a list of, I have fruits. Okay. So let's say there is a list of fruits. I can say apple, banana, let's say orange. These are the list elements. Okay. Apple, banana, and orange. Now, if I say print fruits of, I want to display the first element. Print fruits of 0. What is the output? If I just run this,
Apple, sir.
then it will display the 0th element. It starts with the index 0, apple. If I say print fruits 2, what it will display?
Banana.
No,
Orange.
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 This is 0th position, this is first position, this is second position. Okay, so it will display
Right,
the
right.
orange. If I come out of index, I don't have 5 elements, but I have displayed this. So there is an index error. List index out of range. You will get this error. Right? So you will get out of range. Okay. Now, if I say like this, I want to add one element. Let's say I want to add one element, that is 4th element. Okay, there are already 3 elements. And I will be adding 4th element. So I will give the command fruits.append command. Okay, dot append. Append means it will add the element at the last. Let's say I add one element, grapes. Okay. And if I say I want to display the element number 4 now. So append means it will add the element at the end. If I run it, what is the output I'll getting? Index out of range 0, 1, 2, 3. This should be the 3rd element, right? 3rd element. Now you see that output is grapes. So list is basically a group of elements where you can later add or remove and you can display the output. Right? Similarly, there are tuples. Tuples are which are mutable, which cannot be changed. Lists are variables, right? But tuples are not changeable. So if you go there, if you can say Python lists versus tuples, right? There's another thing set also, but we will not go to. So you see that this is the but. Here they have taken an empty list. Print list, it's a blank list. Create a list of number, right? If you don't put any bracket, it will display all the elements, right? If I go back and if I don't put this bracket, what will happen? If I run this, it will display all the elements of the list, right? But if you are interested with specific element, you have to put that index. Is that clear? Now this is a list which is changeable. But if I come to tuple, tuple means which is a fixed one, right? So you cannot add or delete any element. Tuple is a collection of Python objects must be like a list. The sequence of values stored in the tuple can be any of type. Next by integer value of the tuple is syntactically separated by commas. Although it is more common to define a tuple by closing a sequence of variable means it cannot be changed or replaced. So it is immutable. Tuple is immutable sequence. Immutable means which cannot be changed. Once it is defined, it cannot be changed. Right? And unlike list, there we store the tuples in round brackets. Right? So if you have a tuple with the use of function, so print tuple. Let's say this is an example. I just copy it and I create a new function, a new script with the name of tuple. And when I display, right, let's say geeks, let's say I add one or two more characters. Let's say I add red, I add colors, red, green, blue. Okay, red, green, blue. Now this is a tuple of, and I run this program, run this script, the output will be. Now what is the error? What is the error?
Tuple expected at most one argument.
See, tuple expected at most one argument got 3. Means so if I say tuple of, if I say tuple, right? So in this case, let's say tuple of more elements. I let me check if I have. Yeah. Now here is this initial empty tuple using list, tuple using geeks. You see that there is a tuple which is an empty list. For example, here they have tuple of geeks, right? And when they display the value, let's say I add one element here and I remove it. And if I run it again, now what is the output I got? You cannot have multiple elements in tuple. It is just a single value. And when you display the output, it will display one character at a time. And this is the fixed list. You cannot add more elements. But in list, you can add more elements. Is that clear? Tuple is a list where you cannot change. You cannot add 2 elements, 3 elements, something like that. It's a fixed list of single element. But list, you can have n number of elements. You can change those elements. That's the difference. Is that clear?
Sir, we can in list, sir, we can add numbers also, no?
Yes, yes.
Numbers,
Anything.
characters, yeah, string, anything.
Anything. So if you say 15, right? And if you just display and run this, see that it has taken number also. Okay. So that's the difference between tuple and list. Now you can also do some kind of, there's another concept of dictionaries. What is dictionary? Let me tell you. What is dictionary?
Where this tuple usually uses, and why do we use tuple?
When you want when you have a fixed string, we don't want, there's a constant value, we don't want to change it, then we use tuple.
Okay.
Okay. If you have a variable list, you can use lists. Now dictionary, what is dictionary? Dictionary is a key value pair. Key value means for each key there is a corresponding value, right? For example, there is a dictionary of student, and dictionary is having this bracket, round bracket. Tuple is this dictionary is curly bracket, tuple is round bracket, list is square bracket. Now you see that, let's say there's a name of student, name colon, what is the name of the student? Let's say Tom, comma, then what is the age of the student? Colon, let's say 20 years, comma, what is the grade of the student? In which grade? What is the grade he got? Let's say A grade, right? So this is known as key value pair. This is the key. Name is the key. This is the value. This is the key. This is the value. This is the key. This is the value, right? So if I want to display student, print student. If I run this, what I will get as an output? I'll get the complete key value pair. If I want to know the age of that student, I'm only interested in the age. So I can give that key. It will display the corresponding value. What it is saying that no connection. Is there any error? Student age, there should not be round brackets. There should only be square brackets. So output is 20. If I'm only interested in the name of the student, so here you can segregate the values based upon the fields. Name, age, class, grade, right? This is known as key value pair. This is very common. We will be using key value pair terms throughout the session. In DevOps, key value pairs are used very frequently, right? So this is a kind of a key value pair. And in Python, we call it dictionaries. Okay. Let's do the string manipulation. Let's say there is a string. I create a script, string manipulation. So I just change the extension to py. Let's say there is a string with the name of hello world. Okay. There is a string with the name of the string is, let's say, message. I give the name hello world. Okay. This is a string. Now I want to convert this whole string into the uppercase. Then I can do that message dot upper. So upper is a function which converts the whole string into the uppercase. So the output should be all capital, hello world, right? Whatever the value you entered, it convert all into the uppercase. If you want to convert the whole message into lowercase, then you need to use the function lower. So if I run this, the output should be lowercase, right? If I want to display, let's say there was a comma in between hello and world. If you want to split this message based upon some character, so I can say that message dot split by comma. So it will divide this into the two different strings separated by comma. Now the output is hello and word. It will create a list. So it will split the string separated by commas and create a list. If I want to split, there is no comma. I want to split by spaces. Welcome to the world of Python. And if I want to split this string based upon a space, then it will create a list of 6 elements based upon separation by comma. So converting a string into a list, then I got this. Now it becomes a list. So this was a message. I said that split this message based upon the delimiter, that is space, and now the output is a list of the elements of this string, each separated by a space. Then there are 6 elements it has created in the form of a list. Is it clear?
Coming to this dictionary.py. So suppose if we have more strings, like one name is Tom and another is age is 20, and few more lines are there, then how to filter out
Lines means
date
what? You
or
keep adding those elements here, and then you can fetch the whatever you want. Keep adding those. Uh, let's say I want to add some more details. Let's say there's nationality. Okay. So I added this another thing. Then I can say Indian, right? So you keep adding the fields, whatever you want, and then you can display the corresponding values.
right? So now this field belongs to Tom, and if I have another field like Akshat or another field like Aslam or another field
Yeah,
like
then you
John.
create uh, the list, right? You can add, or you can also, let's say there are multiple students in the class, right? So within that you can um, you can create a list, right? So means this is a particular student's dictionary, right? Then you can have a list of students. In that case, you can get to know the details of each student, right? So you can say create list of dictionary elements in Python, right? So when you list of dictionaries, so here you can do that. Now this is what we are getting, students name, right? And names equal to this, age equal to this. Now students name, age. So now here there is a list of names, there is a list of ages, right? And now you see that you can combine both. When you say name of 0, then means we are talking about Alice, right? So you can combine lists and uh, dictionaries together. Okay.
Okay.
So if you have more students, you can keep adding this. Initially, there was no student. You added first student. Then you added second student. Then you added third student. So now you can have a combination of lists and dictionaries. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So with that, we conclude today's session. I hope you could have fair understanding of the basic Python scripts, right? I will share this list with you. I'll upload it to you, and you will get to get this list. Please install Python and practice it. Tomorrow we'll do some more advanced commands, and please complete all your pending tasks. If you have not set up your VMs, you can do that, and please practice this Python. Okay, see you tomorrow, same time.
Hello, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
Like how much advance we have to learn this Python for DevOps, sir?
So at least we will be, when we create that applications, now we will be using some frameworks. Like I will be giving you some basics of frameworks, Django framework, or you should be knowing those basics. Why I'm telling all this? Because when you read or go through the Python script, if you don't know this, how you can troubleshoot the errors. If when you are compile some code, if you don't know the basics, it is difficult for you to troubleshoot the issues. So you should be knowing the at least basics. We'll not go very advanced, but basic to intermediate level. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
sir,
Yeah.
one question,
Yeah.
sir.
Before you sign off, just stay there. You need to please attempt that poll. Uh, Admin team will just launch a poll. I told you that please attempt the poll from the perspective that how was the session? Have you learned something new? Are we going with the right pace? Are we addressing your issues, your questions from that perspective? Don't from that perspective that I don't know and I don't know. How can I do that? Please, from the class perspective, how it went, right? From those perspective, please attempt your poll. So may I ask the admin team to launch the poll, please? Yeah, meantime, you can ask your question. Yeah, please attempt the poll as per the conditions or as per the points I discussed with you. So that will come to know at which pace we are going. Are we addressing your questions? Are we addressing your problems, right? So that will help us to cover accordingly. Yes, please ask your question.
Sir, my question is, sir, can you tell me like what are the topics you will cover in this total uh, syllabus and
Yeah,
the
I will
duration, sir?
discuss it. I will tell you tomorrow.
Okay, no issue,
Remind
sir.
me in the beginning of the session tomorrow.
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
tell.
I will remind you, so no issue. Because
Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
I will also go through the last videos what they sent to me. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I will. Please remind me tomorrow.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So I hope everyone has attempted the poll, right?
Yes, sir. So I have a
Okay.
question like that Django framework, the only framework that we have to go through for this
No,
course
I
is
will give you the brief of Flask and Django, both the basics, so that
okay, okay.
okay.
So we need only basics, right?
Yeah. Advanced level, it's up to you where you want to attempt go to, but we should be knowing those how to build those code and compile it and all this, right?
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, till now, how many topics you covered in 4 days, last 4 days? Because I joined today.
I told you that Linux basics,
Okay.
how to set up VM VirtualBox,
Okay.
and DevOps theoretical topic. So
Okay.
nothing much.
Okay, sir. So Linux basic, you will explain the Linux in more explain. You will explain it in
I
more
have
ways.
taken 2 sessions. I have shared some scripts also,
Okay.
right? You
Okay.
can get those lists and practice it. Throughout the session, we'll keep using Linux commands so you can get to practice, to have the
Okay.
practice of
No
those.
issue,
Okay.
sir. No issue. And Wednesday, sir, is our doubt session, na, sir? On
Yes.
Wednesday.
So it's not, there's no class. You can check with your admin team. If you have any doubts, you can follow up with them.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.